Jeremy Pony, this is Springheart the Llama, and I'm a Brony.
And this is Satin Stitch, and I am not.
And today we're going to be talking about Griffon the Brush-Off. So, if you need a refresher, pause the video right here and go watch it. It's currently on Netflix and other streaming services. And we'll see you in a minute. And we're back! So, the prank episode!
And it didn't start off with the apple one.
With Sweet Apple Acres. Applejack wasn't actually in this episode.
Briefly.
Was
No, she got pranked on.
Oh, nope, that's true. Yeah, she had a cameo.
I actually really liked the way this opened, because with the pink one rambling on all excitedly, and then
Yeah.
Sparkle being like, "Yep, sure. This is a very familiar conversation."
As in, like, real life? Like, when I talk about this franchise?
And I'm sitting there just kind of going, "Yeah, sure."
Yes. Art. Interpreting real life.
Felt a real connection there.
Yes,
you know.
So apparently Rainbow Dash can't stand how annoying Pinkie Pie is, but then finds out that, hey, they like to do pranks.
Yeah.
And
bonding.
They go on a montage of pranks.
It's interesting how the two most annoying characters discover their unity and annoyingness.
They go to the joke shop, which is shaped like a joke hat.
What is a joke hat? Like, what defines a hat to be a joke hat?
They use like a jester hat.
Alright, sure.
They pulled on pranks, which are mostly harmless, except the Twilight was doing experiments, and it's really important to keep notes for experiments.
Yeah.
That was the only one that I was like, yeah, okay guys, I don't know if you really should be. We had to do some harmless pranks, and it was a good jolly time, and then the next day it's, Glinda shows up.
In Rainbow's stellar castle.
Stellar Cloud Castle. A castle in the sky, if you will.
What's the real estate value on a sky castle?
I don't know. I mean, would you have to get permits to get that renovated, or?
I mean, they just kind of shove clouds around. Could they not? Did she
it
build it herself?
Or are there, like, cloud architects?
Because if there's a strong breeze, like, what happens then?
I feel like clouds are made of pretty strong stuff in Equestria. At least the house clouds are made of strong stuff, because they have a whole city in the sky.
Okay, so there's definitely a cloud architect.
Those clouds are definitely made of some kind of... There's definitely magic into play. I'm gonna say that.
Sure. Alright.
Magic! They're held together with magic! Not logic!
Alright, so...
Which doesn't make sense, because Twilight's all about science, so you're like...
Can we just talk about Spike real quick? Because that's
real quick?
That's my favorite topic. So they pull a prank on Spike. They scare him, and he gets hiccups.
Yes!
And every time he hiccups, he accidentally sends a message to the princess
Celestia, yeah.
lady, which I don't understand why she's a princess and not a queen.
Do I want to go into the whole spiel?
No, you
no,
don't.
I don't.
I'll just accept it.
They didn't want to have the hierarchy of queen. They wanted to do princess for this particular world.
So weird.
Just roll with it.
All right. So anyway, they
It's also
Griffon comes out.
It's also kind of upsetting because you would assume that he's gone to town hall. He's paid for these scrolls.
He must have sent her a letter later, being like, "Could you send those back to me?"
Yeah. And these are very specific scrolls, and now they're gone.
Just mailed via dragon.
Yeah.
Dragon mail.
Still, I'm just gonna assume because Celestia's super magical. She could raise the sun. I'm gonna not question her.
I will question everything.
So, anyways, getting back on topic, Glinda shows up, and she just wants to hang out with Rainbow Dash.
Was that her name, Glinda?
Glinda. Her name's Glinda.
Like
Glinda the Griffon.
Like Glinda the Good Witch? Am I even saying... Is that even the right... That's all I can think of now. Gilda.
Oh, I'm sorry. Crapples. It's Glinda.
Gilda.
Gilda.
Like she's gilded.
Springheart doesn't know her own pony names. She can't be a brony.
I'm now the brony and you're the not brony. Welcome to Brony Not Brony. Via satin stitch.
I'm not a brony. It's because I wrote Glinda in my notes instead of Glenda.
You actually wrote Glida.
No, don't say that.
There's no N.
I spell real good. English definitely my first language. Okay, so the Griffin shows up and is like, hey, I've traveled here from wherever I live, which you don't know yet, so I won't refer to it. And like, hey, I want to hang out with my best friend.
That's fair.
Which is totally fair. And like, let's go hang out, Rainbow Dash. And Pinkie Pie's like, oh, okay.
She feels a little left out, which I get.
I totally get.
But you have to realize, like, it's a temporary situation. Your friend has another friend that comes in, you go, okay, I'll let you spend time with them. They'll be back to you.
Yeah. We're assuming, like, what, an hour, 2 hours has gone by and Pinkie Pie's invaded the space?
Completely.
Yeah.
In her awesomely obnoxious way.
Yes. No, it's, I've had friends like this. And Pinkie Pie can't get the hint. At first she's trying to do, like, subtle hints of, like, hey, I want to hang out with Rainbow Dash by myself. Like, could you go away? But then she gets more aggressive and, like, actually, like, pops balloons and, like...
Which, by the way, is not how you handle the situation.
No.
You should have talked to Rainbow Dash and been like, so your friend is really taking along. Can you just talk to her real quick?
Yeah, but then we find out she's, like, a big bully, but...
Yeah, who'd have thought Rainbow Dash wasn't the,
What? Rainbow Dash is friends with a bully?
This is how you realize that your friends really influence you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, did Rainbow Dash learn this awful behavior from her Griffon pal?
Yeah, her ego came from somewhere.
Oh yeah, it was definitely nurtured.
Yeah, there's a few sources that it came from. And then Pinkie Pie goes to Twilight and is like, can you believe that Rainbow Dash's friend did this to me? And Twilight's like, maybe you're overreacting. Overreacting! And she storms off and you hear the most adorable, like, squeak, 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 like, walk away. Like the most angry walk I've ever heard. It was very silly.
So, Pinkie Pie is questioning everything she thinks she knows about Gilda.
Yeah, maybe she's overreacting, which,
Yeah.
you know, a good healthy thing to do.
And then Griffon starts going around playing pranks because Rainbow's off doing her job.
Yeah, you know, gotta work for the monies. For the monies. And, no, the Griffon's just...
being a hoofhole.
Yeah, just a big meaty face. Just a big meaty face.
And the last straw is when she trods all over those ducklings and pisses me off.
Fluttershy!
Yeah, I guess she was there too. Those ducklings are young and impressionable.
They are
and
scarred for life?
Yeah, and that Griffon just got all up in that business.
The years of therapy they will have to go through.
Absolutely.
Of quack therapy. I can't make a pun. I can't trying.
The quacks they're gonna have to see in order to work
The
through
quacks! Yes! Thank you! I was like, please help me. Help me.
There's a joke here. We need to find it. It's okay, guys. We're back on track.
But yes, and so Pinkie Pie is like, this is the last straw. I must prove that this Griffon is a horrible, horrible creature.
Except that's not actually Pinkie Pie's plan.
No, Pinkie Pie's plan is to make her have a glorious, glorious party.
Because that's her plan for everything.
Yes.
Throw a party.
Throw a party. But you don't actually think that because Fluttershy approaches her at the beginning of the party like, Pinkie Pie, do you think this is a really good idea? And it's like, oh no, let Pinkie Pie, your
I've got this
big
handled.
sister or whatever, take care of this. And Fluttershy's like, I'm a year older than you. I'm picking up, now that I'm watching this again, like, oh, that's an interesting little fact. Like, Fluttershy's actually older than Pinkie Pie. Good to know.
She's certainly more mature.
Yes, very much so. So, during the party, there's a bunch of pranks that seem to be all targeted toward the Griffon. And the Griffon is slowly getting more and more aggressively angry.
As opposed to non-aggressively angry.
Yes! And seems to be pointing the finger toward Pinkie Pie as these pranks ensue.
And then we find out it wasn't even Pinkie Pie setting up all the traps.
No, it was Rainbow Dash!
Although how many do you have to set off before you actually start going, oh, maybe someone set up a lot of pranks. Maybe I should be more careful.
Well, especially because the entire time Pinkie Pie was like being like, oh, am I doing something? I don't know. Like, she had that tone of voice that girls have when they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Am I doing something? Do you know what I'm saying? No?
Girls are sadistic is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Speaking on behalf of womankind, we can be quite sadistic.
When we're plotting against another woman, yes.
Oh, man.
I'll drink to that.
Yup.
So you like Spike, right? What did you think when she body checked Spike?
I didn't really care that much.
Okay.
What I really cared about was health and safety standpoint. So Spike digs into this cake, pops out the top. These lit candles get scattered everywhere. I'm surprised the place didn't burn down.
The relighting candles.
Yeah, that's dangerous, guys.
Yeah.
Forest fires are a real deal.
Yeah. Rainbow Dash learns that her best buddy in the whole wide world is actually a jerk.
Yeah.
And that she needs to dump that girl.
Mm-mm.
Like, no, my new friends are cool. My old friend, not so much. So, Rainbow Dash lets it go. Lets it go.
Stop. Continue.
No more Griffins for you.
Let it go.
Let it go. Until later seasons of the show. Griffins are coming back later.
Oh, God. Of course they are.
Yeah, and you'll be greatly disappointed.
Are they all dill holes? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
No, well, yes, but
I'm under the impression many flying creatures are kind of not nice. Except Butterfly Butt. She's cool. I like her.
Fluttershy, yeah,
But there's always, the one different one.
The exception to the rule?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Trying to think of one that's not a dill hole?
Breezies?
There's seriously something called Breeze-Ease?
They're from Generation 3.
Okay, that sounds like an air freshener. Or something to cover up when you fart.
Do you have anything else to add to this episode? Because I think that is the perfect way to end this if you don't.
And then we close on the princess getting one last letter, and you see the small bit of hatred in her eyes for about 2 seconds going, not another one! I swear she's sitting by the fire, and that fire was made from all the other scrolls she got thrown at.
No.
And she's just warming herself by the...
Are you kidding? Her budget went down that year because she got all these free scrolls.
How much do scrolls cost?
I don't know, but those are really fancy scrolls. Like, they got, like, the gold thing on them.
It's just wax seal. It's the easiest thing to do.
Are you sure that's wax? Because that doesn't look like wax.
A golden wax seal? That's very standard across, royal...
Also, why are they already waxed if they don't have any writing on them yet?
Magic! Magic, Springheart! Magic's the answer to everything.
And friendship.
No. Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh my goodness.
Never letting that go.
Let it go.
No!
Letting go. Well, I'm Springheart the Llama.
And I'm Satin Stitch.
Thanks for listening to this ramblings on of this episode, and we hope you'll watch or listen to us talk some more.
Not a brony.
I'm a brony. You said it! Yay! You said it right this time!
Not a brony, though.
Yeah, but you usually say pony or something other.
Just because you're forcing me to learn their names does not mean...
No, I'm forcing you so that we don't confuse A, the audience, and B, me while we're talking.
Okay, sure, Glinda.
She, shows up, twice in this show, okay? Twice, thrice.
Bye!
Bye!